to H2O Stream. This is Martyn, reporting for H2O Global News. Today it is my pleasure to speak to Bill Decker, Vice President of Water and Wastewater Treatment at FuelTech. He's going to show how FuelTech's dissolved gas infusion technology can improve the aeration of water and wastewater. Hi Bill, very nice to talk to you.
Great, thank you. I'm looking forward to the interview.
Likewise. So to get rolling, could you tell us some background about yourself and why FuelTech is expanding its portfolio and expertise into water?
Absolutely. So FuelTech was incorporated in 1987 as a leading technology company providing advanced engineering solutions for the optimization of combustion systems, emissions control, and water treatment in both municipal and industrial applications worldwide. Around 2018, FuelTech started investigating how to apply their knowledge of environmental treatment chemistries to the water and wastewater treatment market with the objective of diversifying their product portfolio, and with a technology development partner began development of what ultimately became the Dissolved Gas Infusion technology. I have a 30-year background in the water sector working with a variety of leading technology manufacturing companies, including designing, selling, and servicing aeration technologies. This work led to the development of multiple patented products, some of which I am a co-inventor. I've spent the past 10 years working with the U.S. Department of Commerce in their Environmental Technologies Trade Advisory Committee, with the last 4 years serving as chair. I also chair the Water and Wastewater Equipment Manufacturers Association. The combination of my background in the water sector, especially in the aeration industry, along with FuelTech's reputation and commitment to the environmental sector, made me a believer in FuelTech's vision for DGI, and I look forward to seeing the technology grow in the market.
That's an extensive background. So obviously not everybody's aware of the water oxidation technology. So to give us some context, what is water oxygenation and why is it important?
Water oxygenation, or aeration as it's more commonly known, is the process of increasing the amount of dissolved oxygen in the water. On a microscopic scale, all living organisms, especially the microorganisms that help treat wastewater, require oxygen. This is the amount of oxygen they require is generally referred to as their oxygen uptake rate, or in the case of wastewater, is referred to as a biological or biochemical oxygen demand, or BOD. BOD is the amount of oxygen required for dissolved. It's the amount of dissolved oxygen required for an aerobic biological organism to break down organic material within water. So BOD is a gauge of the effectiveness of wastewater treatment plants in general. In natural bodies of water, the oxygen levels have a direct correlation on the growth of aquatic life, including plants and animals. In these and other applications, measuring DO directly gives us an insight into health of the body of water. Low DO levels can lead to poor aquatic health, so you have poor animal growth, poor plant growth, or it can lead to conditions such as harmful algal blooms, which is a growing problem within the United States. It contributes to odor issues, as well as even possibly leading to discharge of untreated wastewater.
Right, so I mean, moving on to FuelTech's dissolved gas infusion technology, what makes it special and how does it improve standard oxygenation processes?
It's a great question. So aeration is traditionally accomplished by either passing air through water in the forms of bubbles or by passing water through air in the form of droplets. Both methods work, but both have significant costs and drawbacks. Aeration at a conventional activated sludge treatment plant can consume 60 to 70% of the power required to treat water. Partially because air is only 21% oxygen, air bubbles passing through a vertical column of water will transfer small amounts of oxygen before the bubbles ultimately rise to the surface and pop. In addition to the power required, this requires a significant amount of vertical height for modest oxygen transfers. Other more mechanical technologies, such as surface aerators or brush aerators, spray water through the air, and like any rotating mechanical equipment, require maintenance to be performed at periodic intervals. Often, this may require technicians working from boats because the equipment's out in the middle of a basin. The use of these technologies can be complicated by changes in the water elevation. The basin could be too shallow, it could be too deep, it could require too much power for that basin size, etc. So the DGI process solves some of these problems using our patented saturator to achieve up to 99% infusion efficiency into a slipstream containing up to 900 milligrams per liter of oxygen concentration. That's injected then back into the main body of water to be treated through an array of patented pending channel injectors, which achieve 99% gas transfer. The only in-basin components are the channel injectors, so there's no diffusers that get plugged over time. There's no equipment installed in the basin that requires periodic lubrication, no complicated mooring, etc. The DGI system introduces oxygen at a dissolved state, so large bubbles that rise to the surface are avoided. Because we have a lack of bubbles, the oxygen stays in solution longer until required to meet those process objectives. As the DO level drops, the DGI system starts automatically and stops automatically to provide very accurate DO control. The same level of DO control is available despite basin depth or process objectives, making DGI ideal for municipal and industrial applications.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, I mean, you mentioned at the end there the industrial and municipal applications. So, what other sectors does DGI support, and what challenges can it address?
Absolutely. So, DGI can support any sector where oxygen, certainly increased oxygen, provides a benefit to that process. That could be applications such as aquaculture, it could be horticulture or agriculture, as well as wastewater treatment plants for industries that require a lot of oxygen, like pulp and paper, chemical and petrochemical plants, landfill leachate's a growing issue, chemical plants, food and beverage plants, tanneries, anything that requires increased oxygen, the DGI systems app will do that. It may be used to supplement either existing oxygen sources or as an alternate source of oxygen. It also can be used potentially to transfer other gases such as carbon dioxide or ozone for treatment of water.
That's certainly an extensive array of sectors it can help. So, I mean, to these sectors, what benefits does DGI bring to the water industry and also to the environment? I know you're an environmentalist.
Absolutely. And DGI brings additional science to the oxygenation market. The DGI patented saturator and patent pending channel injectors allows us to transfer large amounts of dissolved oxygen-rich water back into the process without relying on significant amounts of in-basin equipment. This can be done without creating splash, spray, or aerosols, which again is a growing consideration. And our DO controlled method simplifies the process while allowing for delivery of precise quantities of dissolved oxygen. With virtually all the equipment out of the basin, our maintenance is easier and safer. The DGI process introduces new process flexibility and opens new treatment options where water depth or water chemistry had previously limited the aeration choices.
That's fantastic. So, because DGI is such a new technology, can you talk us through the challenges of bringing a new technology to the water space and how other water technology companies can scale innovations and bring them to market?
Absolutely. So at its most basic level, all environmental technologies benefit public health. And as such, the environmental industry is very, very conservative. We can't afford to make mistakes because we are dealing with things that affect health. This requires technologies to be backed up by a team of excellent engineers and technicians, but it also requires extensive testing and extensive design capabilities. Many startup companies have unrealistic expectations on the amount of time and effort that's going to be required to introduce technologies. So our suggestion is to identify segments and identify customers who have a specific problem that we can solve. And when we do that, those people become early adopters of the technologies. So to speed up the process, you have to be laser focused on this process, identifying the first 5 to 10 customers and ensure that every one of their needs are met. Once you've addressed all of their concerns, then you're ready to start scaling up the supply of the technology to the broader market.
Yeah, that sounds like a very good approach. So with that in mind, what are FuelTech's plans for the future of DGI over the coming years?
Well, obviously, we want to keep working on these early adopters and meeting their needs and demonstrate our technologies to the marketplace. And as we earn their trust by demonstrating these proven solutions, we're going to work on building out our portfolio of products based on market feedback. We're going to continue to look at market segments and especially adopt our technologies to meet those market segments. And as we do that, we'll build out the portfolio and continue to expand our team.
That's fantastic. I mean, it's been an absolute joy to learn about this, especially for myself with an interest in aquaculture. I'm looking forward to seeing how your product develops in the coming years in that respect. So first of all, Bill, I would like to thank you very much for your time. It's been a joy speaking to you. I'd like to thank the audience at the H2O stream. And until next time, goodbye.
Thank you.